Hey, what's up guys? Sanitary 103, thanks for watching yet another video. So the other day I got a question from, I believe he subscribed to my channel, and I wanted to respond to his question in video form because this is a question and situation that I can somewhat relate to, and I wanted to give its due diligence and respond accordingly. So with that being said, the question comes from George V15, and the question was, how do you deal with people who make you feel small? Like, there's this guy who tells me that I'm tiny and that he could crush me with just his pinky. Thanks, George, for that question and your continued support for the channel. And before I give you my perspective / advice on the situation, I did want to mention that I can somewhat relate to this. Now, I'm not going to over-exaggerate and say that I was constantly teased of being small, but I definitely can relate me being of small stature. When I was in 6th grade, I remember being measured at the end of the year, and I was only 4'6". In 8th grade, when I first started wrestling for junior high, in my junior high school, I was wrestling in the 80-pound weight class, so I wasn't big by any stretch, okay? And freshman year of high school, I was only 95 pounds and 5 feet tall. So by just looking at those numbers, my height and weight, I can definitely relate. Now, I'm not going to over-exaggerate for the sake of this video and say that I was constantly teased, because for the most part I wasn't. I've always been pretty comfortable in my own skin. I've maybe dealt with a few issues growing up until age about 12. I grew up in an area that wasn't that great, and I got picked on a little bit here and there, and my defense was to fight back. I mean, I used to fight. I mean, literally from 1st grade, 2nd grade, all the way through 6th grade, I used to fight at least once in the school year. 3rd grade, I got suspended from school for fighting. So that was just my defense mechanism. Fast forward to 2015, as of right now, I'm pretty small in stature still. I mean, I'm only 5'5.5". Like I said, I'm comfortable with my own skin, but every once in a while I still get comments from certain people on YouTube and saying that, oh, you're too small, this and that. So I can definitely relate. That's just my little background, but enough with me, okay? So to answer this question, George, now you gotta realize a few things, okay? I assume this person wasn't kidding, because if they were kidding, you probably wouldn't have bothered you and you probably wouldn't have asked me. So what you got to realize is that, assuming this guy was being serious about it and he's constantly putting you down, people that put other people down for no reason, they're the ones that have an inferiority complex. They're the ones that have some type of issues. You may not see it. It may be deep-rooted. They might be able to hide it under their mask, so to speak, under their shield of armor of trying to be tough. But people that constantly put others down and try to belittle them, they're the ones with the issues, not you. You cannot allow these people, these toxic people, to infiltrate your mind, okay? So more specifically, what do I recommend? Well, I'm a firm believer in that if they're not helping you and bettering your life, you know, in any shape or form, then maybe you don't need to have that person in your life. You might need to X them out. This might be easier said than done, but this is something that you might have to do as you go through life. Now, I'm only 35 years old. I'm not like 60 years old and trying to kick down all this knowledge, but I do have some life experiences. I'm not sure how old you are, but you're gonna go through life with different cycles in which people are gonna come and go in your life. And it comes to a point where you need to decide if you want to allow these types of people in your life or not. Toxic people are like leeches, okay? They leech on. The misery loves company. People that want to put you down, they just want to see you fail. They're miserable about themselves, so they want to have company. Misery loves company, like I said. So plain and simple, the easiest way to get rid of this person who's saying that you're constantly small, and this applies to anything in life. It doesn't even have to be specifically this situation about being small. It could be anything. It could be another person just constantly putting you down, saying, oh, you're dumb, quote, you're never gonna amount to anything, or if you're like in an abusive relationship. It works in all aspects of life. So my specific recommendation is, if that person's toxic and they're putting you down, you need to take them out and decide and get rid of them. Get rid of them and X them out of your life. The other thing that you could do is you could try to ignore them, but ignoring someone who's constantly in your ear, easier said than done, right? It's probably gonna be much harder. So why even have that person in your life if they're not bringing value to you? Another quick piece of advice I wanted to give you, or anyone else that's dealing with this, that's watching this video, is that do not allow and give permission for someone to make you feel inferior. When someone tries to make you feel inferior and make you feel bad about yourself, don't grant them permission. By granting them permission to make you feel bad, you're giving them the power. I know that's not an easy task. I completely understand. On paper, it sounds good, but you need to try to be in control of your own mind and know that they're the ones with the issues. Do not give them that control. Ignore them, get rid of them. Know that you're trying to better your life and that they're the ones with the problems. That's about it for this video. Hopefully that was helpful to you, George, and for anyone else that's watching this video. So in a quick nutshell, for one, don't give permission for someone to make you feel inferior. Two, definitely just try to ignore them. And three, if it gets to the point where it's really toxic and you don't want to be around that person, you need to make a decision, and ultimately you may need to just X them out of your life. You may not even need them. And for any other subscribers that have any specific questions, definitely if you want me to answer them in video form, I may be able to. I can't guarantee it all the time because a lot of the questions that I get are often, you can find them in a lot of my other videos. But if it's something I feel like I can definitely address and it can be effective and help a lot of people, and it's something that I haven't really discussed, I may very well do a video. So let me know about that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Organic baby spinach, I could put that in a salmon burger or make a salad. Also throw in some mushrooms, pretty basic.